हेलो बच्चों, आज आपके सामने हम लेके आए हैं मैक्रो इकोनॉमिक्स के जबरदस्त टॉपिक मनी और बैंकिंग के पहले पार्ट को। ओके, आप जानते हो कि आईएससी सीबीएसई में दोनों में कॉमन टॉपिक है क्लास 12 के लिए और बहुत ही इंपॉर्टेंट स्पेशली आईएससी में, बिकॉज आईएससी में शॉर्ट आंसर और लॉन्ग आंसर दोनों प्रोस्पेक्ट में मनी बैंकिंग एक ग्रुप में आता है, जिस कारण से 14 मार्क्स आउट ऑफ 80 इट इज वेरी क्लियरली from the money and banking topic. Okay, and in CBSE also it is very relevant topic and very vast topic which has to be learned by each and every CBSE student, because it is at least consists 10 marks in the final board examination. Okay, so please be serious and listen carefully the entire topic. And today starting the term money. Okay, first part of money and banking, है ना? I'm started with the one sentence of Adam Smith, the father of economics. What he has said: the great inventions have revolutionized in the world, that is fire, wheel and money. Adam Smith ने क्या कहा था? Fire, wheel means that is चक्र, पहिया, and money means मुद्रा. Okay, so these fire, wheel and money, these are the great invention of the world. Okay, that is recognized by the Adam Smith, the father of economics. Okay, the first term, that is the money. Money is the word which is derived from the Italian word moneta. Italian word, okay, Italian word moneta, and moneta is what? Moneta is the temple of goddess Juno. Okay, goddess Juno is the goddess of Italy. That is the goddess of Rome. है ना? Juno. By her name, the month of June is recognized in the calendar. Okay. Money is basically a medium of exchange. Okay, and we have two type exchange with us. That is direct exchange and indirect exchange. Direct exchange means exchange between commodity to commodity. That is known as barter exchange. Okay, and in indirect exchange we have the third party exchange, that is monetary exchange. Clear? In barter exchange there is the exchange between two commodities. Okay, the less utility based commodity with the higher utility based commodity. For example, I have lots of notebooks and Mr. X has lots of pen, but I don't have pen and Mr. X has don't have the notebooks, so we can exchange this with us. Okay, that is known as what? Commodity exchange. Clear? That is known as also as barter exchange. And if we have excess something, and first we have to sold out and get collected the money and purchase the another thing which we require, that is known as monetary exchange, that is indirect exchange. Clear? There are lots of problem in there. What? Barter exchange. That's why money came into existence. Clear? These are the some points where the barter fails and the need of money is becomes the possible. First, action of common measure of value. We don't have the common measure of value in the barter exchange. If we have lots of things, but we can say it is lots of, but we don't have the proper measure. Second, double coincidence of bond means every barter exchange needs the double coincidence of bond. Means, for example, what I explained earlier, like I have lots of notebooks and I don't have pen, and some party which has lots of pen and don't have notebook, I want to get exchange with that commodity, but that person is not ready to give me the pen and I don't want to give him the notebook. This is also very clear limitation in barter exchange, that is the lack of double coincidence of bond. That's why this exchange cannot be possible. Next thing is lack of divisibility. Okay, if I want to exchange one bag of rice with one goat and I have only half rice bag, so how it is possible to exchange with one goat? And because we don't have the divisibility of goat, because it cannot be possible. That is the need of money again. Next, difficulty in storage. We can't store the commodities in long term because they have limited life, and Last thing, it is shortage. It is lack of deferred payment. For example, I have taken some grains from some party, but we don't have that criteria by which it has been exchanged. So we have to what? We have to collect it and in return in same way. But we don't know the what is the way of deferred payment. That is the lackness of what? Barter exchange. Okay. Now next thing is emergence of money. That is the invention of money. Clear? In this there are two types of opinion. First, theory of spontaneous growth and theory of evolution of necessity. Clear? Theory of spontaneous growth told us that money is self-realized, means money अपने आप आ गई. हमें जो भी प्रॉब्लम आई एक्सचेंज में उस कारण से क्या हो मनी आप अपने आप एग्जिस्टेंस में आ गई. और इस ग्रुप में आते हैं स्पॉल्डिंग जैसे इकोनॉमिस्ट. ओके. सेकंड है थ्योरी ऑफ इवोल्यूशन ऑफ नेसेसिटी, मींस जब हमें जरूरत हुई हमने मनी को खुद बना लिया. क्लियर? थ्योरी ऑफ इवोल्यूशन ऑफ नेसेसिटी. इस ग्रुप में आते हैं एडम स्मिथ एंड ऑथमर स्पैन. वो एडम स्मिथ एंड ऑथमर स्पैन, उन्होंने क्या कहा था? इमर्जेंस ऑफ मनी इज बेस्ड ऑन इट्स स्पेसिफिक नीड. हमें जब जरूरत हुई, विशेष जरूरत हुई किसी चीज की, तब हम उस चीज को ले आए. वैसे ही एक्सचेंज में जब हमें जरूरत हुई मनी की और हम मनी को ले आए, इट इज कॉल्ड थ्योरी ऑफ इवोल्यूशन ऑफ नेसेसिटी. एंड थ्योरी ऑफ स्पॉन्टेनियस ग्रोथ क्या कहता है कि मनी अपने आप आ गई, हमने उसके लिए कोई प्रयास नहीं किया. क्लियर? और मनी ऑफ थ्योरी ऑफ स्पॉन्टेनियस ग्रोथ के जो एडवोकेसी है किसकी है? स्पॉल्डिंग की है. एंड थ्योरी ऑफ इवोल्यूशन ऑफ नेसेसिटी इट इज बेस्ड ऑन एडम स्मिथ एंड Othmar Span. Clear? Now move to evolution of money one by one. There are four stages I have classified it. Clear? There are four stages I have classified it for barter money, metal money, paper money and credit money. Clear? In barter money, this is the time of exchange of commodity to commodity. Clear? So as we know the stage of business, first stage of self-sufficiency, animal stage and agricultural stage. After that modern industrialization stage. In stage of self-sufficiency there was very limited need of the human being, and the bones, then bones of the animals and skin of the animals, these are treated as that medium of exchange. That's why these points are also the part of stage of self-sufficiency. Second stage of animal age. Okay, in this according to Yajurveda, the thing is Godhan, means Godhan, cow is the wealth. Okay, so how many cows or animals we have, that is the measurement of our richness also in that age. In agricultural stage, in this is the one example. In 1732 tobacco and the corn become the money in USA. Okay. Next thing, metal money. In metal money, the coinage is done. Coinage means coinage in the mint is done. Okay. Gold, silver, bronze, aluminium, copper is the major part of metallic money. Third thing is paper money. Nowadays, it is a day of paper money. In this, we use what? Convertible and non-convertible paper money. Convertible paper money means which is converted in the gold, and non-convertible, this is now in circulation. Non-convertible paper money is the money which is used in nowadays in economic system. Okay? Next is credit money. Credit money, it is the modern age money. I have classified it into three parts: near money, plastic money and bank money. Near money means like bonds and security, just like money, and it is based on the liquidity. Clear? Second is plastic money. Plastic money is like credit cards, plastic cards money, and the bank money, that is check, demand draft and RTGS, real time gross settlement. These are the modern credit money. Now move to next topic. Now our next topic is definition of money. Various economists has given various type of concept regarding the definition of money. Okay, and I have categorized with the broader sense also, like narrow concept, wider concept, fair concept, on the basis of nature, this is explanatory, legal and general acceptability. है ना? As you know कि economics, general economics, it is divided into two school of economics, like Oxford version and Cambridge version. Okay, so that's why the view and opinion of economics is also different from one to another. Clear? So now first on the basis of expansion, first narrow concept. In narrow concept, the major economist is Robertson. Okay, Robertson has given that anything which is used in the term of payment, that is called money. Very easy and very narrow concept. That is the only for the purchase of payment purpose. That is the function of money. And some wider concept also, like Francis A. Walker. Walker has told us that anything which is done the function of money, like money is what money does, means anything which is used as term of exchange of the value, you can known as money. It is two order. Next is fair concept. As per Marshallian approach and Ellie, ये दोनों इकोनॉमिक्स इन्होंने क्या कहा कि पेमेंट एंड जनरल एक्सेप्टेबिलिटी इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट फंक्शन ऑफ द मैनेजमेंट. क्लियर? ऑफ द money, sorry, not management, money. Okay, on the basis of nature, explanatory function in this group, Crowther and Coburn is there. According to this, money has two functions, that is medium of exchange and second is legal tender, means generally accepted, ठीक है, lot of quantity, and the medium of exchange, it is useful for the exchange of the commodities. Legal, in this Knapp and Hartree is there, and in this category these economists has told us that money is used for as money of account. Next, general acceptability, it is very famous segment of Seligman and Keynes, and these two economists has given that money has general acceptability and approval by the state. Means generally accepted means anything as accepted for the purpose of money in the society, it is known as money. And second thing, it should be approved by the government or state. Okay, so concluding with one single definition with all the concepts together, that is money is anything which is undoubtedly and general accepted as a medium of exchange and as a measure and store of value and government approval. Means one by one we can conclude with कि anything which is undoubtedly and generally accepted, बिना संदेह के और एक साथ उसको generally accepted हो, साथ में medium exchange हो और as a measure of value हो, store of value हो, और last thing government approval होना चाहिए. That is major function of money. Now forms of money. Okay, in this category I have also categorized the forms of money in different segments. First segment is according to nature. According to nature, first classification is given by John Maynard Keynes. Okay, in his famous book, that is actual money and money of account. Actual money which is in circulation in the economy, and money of account in which the accounts of foreign trade is maintained. Second category is according to legality. In this there are two things: legal tender, which is a legal tender means up to the limit, limited legal tender and unlimited legal tender. Limited legal tender means money which is accepted by the bank within a given limit. Okay, and like currency coins. And unlimited legal tender, in this category money is accepted at any number, that is paper currency. Okay, optional money which is optional by the parties, like check, draft, these are the optional money. According to money material means material by which that money is prepared. So according to that category, commodity money, metallic money and paper money. Commodity money means in those period I have already told you that Godhan, I have initiated that concept in previous session. Animals, food grains, these are the commodity money. Okay, metallic money which is made by the metal. These are two types: standard money and token money. Standard money which has 100% representative value like gold coin, silver coin. they are the metallic money, and their internal and external value both are same. In token money, this is prepared by the waste metal, and this is symbolic money for payment of small segment. In paper money segment, there are four categories: representative paper money, convertible paper money, non-convertible paper money, and fiat money. Okay, representative paper money means the 100% reserve in form of gold and other security kept by the central bank. Second, convertible, in this case also 100% reserve kept by the bank, and it is convertible in gold. Okay, and third, non-convertible paper money, in this case not 100% reserve is there, and it is not the convertibility promised by the central bank, and these are the money which is now in the circulation of the economies. And fourth, fiat money is for contingent money. It is useful in the contingency of the economy, and this is always issued by the central government, not central bank. Okay, fourth category according to the rate of interest. Okay, there are two types: cheap money and dear money. Cheap money is which is received in higher rate of interest, lower rate of interest, that is cheap money, and dear money means high rate of interest there for that money. According to foreign exchange, fifth category, there are two types: soft money and hard money. Soft money, in this case, supply is greater than demand of that currency. Supply is greater than demand of that currency, that is soft money. Hard money means demand is always greater than supply. Okay, these are the classification of money. Now we are going to next topic, that is function of money. Now function of money. Okay, function of money is very important topic for ISC and CBSE both the boards, and it is very important because money is the pivot of economy, and entire economic reforms moves from the surrounding of money. Okay, so it is very important to know the functions of money. I have categorized into four parts: primary function, secondary function, contingent function, and miscellaneous function. Okay, first, primary function. When the primary role of money is what? Medium of exchange and measure of value. Why we need the money? For the medium of exchange, and second thing, for what? For the measurement of value. Okay, a reasonable measurement value means हमें माप की प्रॉपर यूनिट चाहिए थी, इसलिए मनी. ओके, एंड सेकंड, मीडियम ऑफ एक्सचेंज, हम कोई भी चीज एक्सचेंज करना चाहते थे, हमें वेट करना पड़ता था. आपको याद है मैंने पढ़ाया था कि डबल कोइंसिडेंस ऑफ बॉन्ड, तो उसको खत्म करने के लिए ही मनी आई थी. तो मीडियम ऑफ एक्सचेंज और मेजर ऑफ वैल्यू, यही इसके प्राइमरी फंक्शन हुए. क्लियर? सेकंड हुए सेकेंडरी फंक्शन में आइए. बेसिस ऑफ डिफर्ड पेमेंट्स मींस आज हमने किसी को से कोई उधार लिया है, तो हम फ्यूचर में कैसे पेमेंट करेंगे? इन टर्म ऑफ मनी. सो मनी इज द बेसिस ऑफ डिफर्ड पेमेंट. सेकंड, बेसिस ऑफ स्टोर ऑफ वैल्यू मींस व्हाट वी हैव एक्सेस इन करंट. मान लीजिए कि हमने एक्सेस वीट प्रोडक्शन किया, तो क्या वो 20-25 साल तक के लिए फिक्स डिपॉजिट हो सकता है? नहीं हो सकता. तो हमें क्या करना चाहिए? वो जो एक्सेस वीट है, हम उसको मार्केट में सोल्ड आउट करेंगे, और जो मनी आएगी उस मनी को हम स्टोर कर सकते हैं अपनी फ्यूचर बेनिफिट के लिए. क्लियर? सो मनी इज बेसिस ऑफ स्टोर ऑफ वैल्यू. इसी पे एक फंक्शन के लिए एक ईडियम है, मनी इज अ मैटर ऑफ फंक्शन फॉर अ मीडियम, अ मेजर, अ स्टैंडर्ड, अ स्टोर. ओके, बहुत पुराना एक थॉट है. और थर्ड सेकेंडरी फंक्शन है ट्रांसफर ऑफ वैल्यू. अगर हम एक जगह से दूसरी जगह कोई वैल्यू ट्रांसफर करना चाहते हैं, लाइक हम इलाहाबाद में हैं और हम चाहते हैं लखनऊ में सेटल होना, तो हमें यहाँ की सारी प्रॉपर्टी डिस्पोज ऑफ करनी होगी, उससे हमें मनी मिलेगी और लखनऊ में नई प्रॉपर्टी खरीद लेंगे. लेकिन यही बार्टर सिस्टम में क्या था? लिमिटेड स्कोप था. हम दूसरी जगह पे सेटल नहीं हो सकते थे, तो जहां जो था वहां छोड़ के जाना पड़ता. तो मनी ने ये इंपॉर्टेंट रोल किया कि ट्रांसफर वैल्यू हो सकती है. थर्ड थिंग, कंटिजेंट फंक्शन. सबसे पहला है डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन ऑफ नेशनल इनकम. एज यू नो, रेंट, wage, interest and profit, these are the factor income, and this is distributed among the factor of production: land, labor, capital and entrepreneur. Okay, so this is done through with the help of money. Clear? Second is liquidity of capital. and productivity. We can judge the productivity and of the capital and the investment of capital both in term of money. Clear? So money is again it is called that most liquid asset, that is the money. And third is basis of credit, means your creditability and creditability to take the loan, that is also in term of money we can estimate it. Okay, now next thing is miscellaneous function. सबसे पहले guarantor of solvency, आप कितने लोन को सॉल्वेंट कर सकते हैं, कितने लोन आप लेकर उसको पेड ऑफ कर सकते हैं, दैट इज योर सॉल्वेंसी एंड इट इज ऑलवेज डन थ्रू विद द यूनिट ऑफ मनी. एंड सेकंड, bearer of money, bearer of options. bearer of option means कि आप जो चाहते हैं वो मनी से उसको पूरा कर सकते हैं. क्लियर? दिस इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. नाउ व्हाट आर द मेजर कैरेक्टरिस्टिक्स ऑफ गुड मनी? इन मनी मटेरियल का जो कैरेक्टरिस्टिक क्या होना चाहिए? फर्स्ट, ड्यूरेबिलिटी होनी चाहिए, जल्दी खराब ना हो, है ना, जल्दी फट ना जाए, जल्दी घिस ना जाए, तो दिस इज ड्यूरेबिलिटी. सेकंड, लाइट इन वेट. मनी मटेरियल ऑलवेज लाइट इन वेट, जिससे कि हम उसको आराम से अपनी पॉकेट में, पर्स में, वॉलेट में रख सकें. थर्ड, पेपर साइज, प्रॉपर साइज होना चाहिए इसका. जो भी मेटालिक मनी हो चाहे पेपर मनी हो, दोनों उसका साइज बहुत प्रॉपर होना चाहिए, है ना. एक्सेस ओवर साइज या अंडर साइज, वेरी लेस साइज मनी हो क्या होगी, वो ड्यूरेबल नहीं होगी, कंफर्टेबल नहीं होगा हम उसको एक्सेस करें. फिर डिविजिबिलिटी स्मॉल डिनोमिनेटर्स में भी होनी चाहिए, लार्ज डिनोमिनेटर्स में भी होनी चाहिए. एंड फिफ्थ, स्टेबिलिटी इन वैल्यू. मनी की इंटरनल एक्सटर्नल वैल्यू दोनों क्या होनी चाहिए? स्टेबल होनी चाहिए. नाउ नेक्स्ट वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट टॉपिक, दैट इज मनी सप्लाई. मनी सप्लाई इज द टर्म means the total stock of money held by public in spendable form. Okay, means currency with the public as well as demand deposit with the commercial banks, both are the part of supply of money. Clear? There are two things, currency with the public and demand deposit with the commercial banks. There are four concepts of supply of money: M1, M2, M3 and M4. है ना, it is very easy. M1 and M2 this is narrow concept, M3 and M4 it is wider concept. Okay, so first M1 means C plus DD plus OD. C means what? C means currency with the public. C means currency with the public, and DD means demand deposit with the commercial banks, and OD means other deposit with Reserve Bank. Okay, so that is again M1 means C plus DD plus OD. Clear? C plus DD plus OD. And M2 is what? M1 plus saving deposit with the post office. As you know कि in M1 what you are doing? You are including the saving deposits of the public and with the commercial banks and the saving of the institutional investment in RBI. Okay? So now M2 is what? Saving deposit with post office also. Means post office में भी आपके saving account होते हैं. तो M2 means M1 means C plus DD plus OD plus what? Saving deposit with post office. M3 means M1 plus net deposit, net time deposit with the bank. M3 में क्या होता है? टाइम डिपॉजिट को भी हम M1 के साथ ऐड करते हैं. टाइम डिपॉजिट मींस जो एक सर्टेन टाइम के लिए आपने डिपॉजिट किया, दैट इज योर फिक्स्ड FD, फिक्स्ड डिपॉजिट्स. एंड M4 means M3 plus all types of deposits with the post office. मींस M4 में क्या करते हैं? M3 लेते हैं पूरा का पूरा, मींस M1 plus net time deposit with bank and again all types of deposit with the post office. It is the part of M4, but ध्यान रखना है very important कि just exclude the NSCs, National Saving Certificate. National Saving Certificate will not the part of M4. Clear? Now some very important topic regarding money. That is first, who is the money supplier in India? Second, need to control the supply of money and demonetization which was held in 2016. Okay, तो सबसे पहले who is the money supplier in India? As you know, there are two money suppliers in India. First, who is Reserve Bank of India? Reserve Bank of India is the central bank of the country and which was established in 1935 and nationalized in year 1949 as central bank of the country. क्लियर? तो दे आर द मनी सप्लायर. और वो कौन कौन सी करेंसी इशू करते हैं? सबसे पहले ध्यान दें, ₹2, rupee 5, rupee 10, rupee 20, rupee 50, rupee 100, rupee 200, rupee 500 and rupee 2000 notes. Okay, and the government of India, rest denominators are issued by the government of India. Okay, like rupee 1 note. Rupee 1 note, who is the signatory of that rupee 1? Who is that is Secretary, Finance Department, Government of India. Okay, Principal Secretary, Ministry of Finance, Government of India. He is the signatory authority on rupee 1 note, and the Government of India issues all coins which is in circulation in the country. Okay. Second, need to control the supply of money. As you know कि कोई भी चीज जिसकी सप्लाई बहुत ज्यादा हो जाती है उसकी वैल्यू कम हो जाती है. सेम मनी के साथ भी अगर मैक्सिस मनी आपके पास सप्लाई होगी तो व्हाट विल हैपन, उसकी वैल्यू कम होगी, और उस कम वैल्यू के साथ क्या होगा, क्या हो सकता है, मनी सप्लाई होने से ज्यादा एक्सेस, इन्फ्लेशन आ सकता है, इसलिए कंट्रोल जरूरी. और अगर लेस सप्लाई होगी क्या हो सकता है, डिफ्लेशन आ सकता है, इसलिए मनी की सप्लाई को कंट्रोल करना इट इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. And last, demonetization. As you know, in 2016 NDA one government, they have what, demonetized the rupee 1500 currency notes from the circulation of the in the country. Okay, तो वो भी इम्पोर्टेंट है टॉपिक. और उसके बदले में गवर्नमेंट ने क्या किया, कई डिनोमिनेटर्स में नई नोट दी और 1000 की नोट्स को वापस लिया और 2000 को सर्कुलेशन में दिया. तो आप ये जान सकते हैं इट इज वेरी क्रूशियल टॉपिक, एंड व्हाट आई हैव एक्सप्लेन्ड इन दिस वीडियो, दिस इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट फॉर द एग्जामिनेशन. एंड प्लीज वन बाय वन इस टॉपिक कम से कम वीडियो 2 बार देखिए, और उससे क्या होगा कि आपको चीजें क्लियर होंगी. और फिर भी कोई डाउट्स है तो प्लीज हमारी ईमेल आईडी apnacommerce@gmail.com पे अपना क्वेश्चन भेज सकते हैं, अपने डाउट्स भेज सकते हैं, और हम पूरी कोशिश करेंगे आपको एज अर्ली एज पॉसिबल आपका डाउट क्लियर करें. Meet again in next video. Thank you so much for today.